A 27-incher?
That's gotta be. Look at jigs out. Wow. That's a beauty fish.
There.
That's what we want.
Let's see what we got.
Oh, I'm shaking. I'm shaking.
What do we got here?
27 and a quarter.
So,
woo!
see, and that's the thing. You got to start hopping spots and running around. And
you know, like that was the, what, your second cast?
Okay, so we're gonna try a little bit of bottom bouncing here. A little difficult in the wind, but we'll give it a shot. A 2-ounce bottom bouncer with straight lead of fluorocarbon line and a minnow. See how long it takes before I get stuck. It's just a good way of moving around. To locate some active fish.
Covering water.
Covering water, yeah. Instead of the jigging is more of a slower presentation. When you get onto the fish, it works well, but there's no fish around. This is a good way of trying to locate them. We'll be going back to jigging as soon as we locate some fish here. You're off.
Just not hungry.
They're going to be hungry in a second. You got a hungry one?
Yeah.
Big one?
This program is made possible in part by these fine sponsors.
Albert Sports and Workwear can help you not only with your fishing and hunting needs, but also with camping equipment, safety wear, scrubs, footwear, outerwear, and so much more. Albert Sports and Workwear, 822 Riverside Drive in Timmins.
Raxfin in Kapuskasing offers a wide selection of sport vehicles, including brands like Ranger, Mercury, Argo, Sherp, and BRP side-by-sides and ATVs. And they service what they sell with genuine parts and accessories. Raxfin, a proud sponsor of this program.
The Experience Fishing program through Destination Northern Ontario delivers a safe way to introduce the fun of fishing to beginners through hands-on instruction while exploring the rivers and lakes of Northern Ontario. For more information, experiencefishingon.ca.
You got a hungry one?
Yeah.
Big one?
No. Not super big. Oh, no, tiny guy. Tiny guy.
Tiny guy, tiny guy. Look at that.
Double. Better one?
Yeah,
there we go.
Better, I think, maybe.
Okay. I gotta weigh this, so I'll just put him in the net for now. Double header, we'll take that.
Yeah, this is a better one. Let's see the weeds here, eh?
Yeah, on the edge. Weed eagles.
Weed eagles.
Oh yeah, nice one, yes. Oh yeah, there we go. We'll keep them both in the water for now and we'll weigh them.
Just like that, folks. Matthew's secret spot. Okay, so you got the scale.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here.
Yeah,
hold these
rush,
fish.
No rush, we're all good.
Hold these fish. Okay.
Grab me the little guy first. You want a jig pop?
Is he unhooked?
Yeah.
Okay.
£1.3 pounds.
1.3, okay. Hold the net.
Got him?
Yeah.
Easy. 3.75. Awesome.
Back she goes.
Perfect, double header just like that, we're back into it. Good. Another good one?
Yeah. Right in the weeds. Right in the weeds. I'm just gonna hoist this guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Quick weight here. 171.
171?
Yeah.
And this is only spot one. That's right.
Like this technology is amazing because you know, I'm a huge fan of Lowrance and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter if it's Garmin or Hummingbird.
Yeah.
So you get on the structure and you've been fishing your whole life. Now you're scanning with this and you're making your own charts. You realize it's completely built differently. All of a sudden it's like, oh, like a little ridge here. There's a little drop off here. You never noticed that before.
And you can also see the way the fish are set up. Like, it's crazy what it tells you.
There's a fish
Yeah,
there,
there's
Paul.
some ahead of us. Where are you scanning? Right there?
That's right beside us, yeah.
See, it's different when you're fishing in somebody else's boat, right? Like, Marty, we're not used to this, but you know, it takes a little bit of while to get used to their methods and what they want. Like, and I can pick up on that pretty quick. Like, I know Danny, okay, wants his net here. I'll try to keep things out of his way when he's trying to find fish. I think
Oh,
no, I gotta,
clean me out on the way up.
I just
I
broke
think it was a
off.
smallmouth.
I broke off.
You guys both broke off at the same time?
No, he didn't break off.
No, I got
he just
cleaned
lost
off.
his minnow. You want a minnow?
Yeah, I got it. You just... Way in that valley, there's a big fish just suspended cruising by. See him?
Straight up ahead. Are you out there?
Yeah. They're obviously a lot harder to catch because they're a lot further out. A lot of times you can tell, you see that, you throw your bait, and if they spotted it, all of a sudden you just see the bait going.
Because they can see it, they can.
They may track it for a while, but I'm actually going to move us ahead there. For two reasons. I got a snag and we're going to get closer.
I can feel the rocks down there now. That's right up on the shoal.
Some big uns. Need a couple of big uns. Fish seem to be a lot smaller here.
Yeah.
I didn't catch anything like that yesterday.
No, I know. Weed through them a bit, but at least.
Okay, so now, where's those weeds? Right over there, into the abyss. Instantly.
Really?
Don't miss them.
I'll check in there.
Drop right underneath the boat in the back at the transducer there, chum. Attaboy, you get him?
Yeah.
Nice.
Not a bad one.
Not a bad one?
Not crazy big, but
None of them are bad.
not crazy big, but it'll help.
They all help the cause.
You called it.
Right on that weed edge.
Number 5 at least.
5, we got 5 of them to score.
2-2-2.
2, 2, 2. 2, 2, 2. Okay.
A nice walleye. So we're fishing kind of a underwater hump here, and it's got some weeds. Anytime there's any sort of transition, fish usually sit on it, whether it's like rock to weeds or rock to sand. They kind of just like to hang out there, and we're just pitching right by the weed edge, and they seem to just be
I got one right now vertically right under the boat here.
popping it. And there you go. And they're under the boat too.
Small.
Little guy.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna help.
We got a 3 or 1.7 something. I don't think he's gonna match the.
No. I think we have a little guy, don't we? Oh, that's full. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, chuck him back.
Seems like a good spot. Again, it's Matt's secret spot. You got him, eh?
Yeah.
Thump him. Attaboy.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at all the fish there, Paul.
Oh my God, it's loaded. Something broke my line.
Oh really? Looks and oh, it feels like he ate it. Good one?
No. Well, might be a 2 something.
They're nosing it.
I see ya.
There he is.
For me, experiencing water on Lake Huron and the bigger water, I gotta say first and foremost, I can't do it without buddies and friends that take me out on the water like this.
Fish On! Proudly supported by Albert's Sports and Workwear.
Sure, I nibble, but that doesn't make me a nibbler. I'm a social nibbler. I just do it when I'm out. It's not like I buy my own nibbles. I don't have to. I can just bum a nibble from my friends. I don't call myself a nibbler because I'm not addicted to it. It's just something I do for fun. I'm a social nibbler. Can't you see the difference?
For information on how to become a volunteer at Eastlink Community TV, go to eastlink.ca. Eastlink Community TV follows public health and safety COVID-19 guidelines on all live and pre-recorded productions. This show is live. Despite our best efforts, anything can happen. Some viewers may be offended. Viewer discretion is advised. The following is a special live presentation of Eastlink Community TV in association with the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association and the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. This is the Secret Dream Gap Tour, Truro.
Well, the sun is set here in Truro, Nova Scotia, and that means one thing. It's primetime hockey on Eastlink Community TV, and it's the battle of Jill Saunier versus Blair Turnbull. Team Scotiabank versus Team Adidas. Welcome back, everyone. My name is Izzy Germain. I'm joined tonight by Liz Knox. We've already had one amazing game in the books. Team Harvey is taking Team Sonnet the distance 6-2 in that final. And we'll talk a little bit about that later on in the show, but we're a really excited crowd here. I'm hoping for a near capacity crowd for the two hometown heroes, Jill Saunier and Blair Turnbull.
Yeah, you heard it in yesterday's game. It's no secret that these two are well respected and well loved by the community here in Truro, and we know that they're going to give us a show.
There are a lot of jerseys of little girls with Saunier and Turnbull on their backs, but let's talk about the two teams they play for. Team Scotiabank coming off of a win yesterday, and it was the local hero Blair Turnbull who got things started. She got the first star of the game. The crowd's going to be looking for her, but it's Rebecca Johnson stealing that spotlight. She's top of the league in points. Talk about her dominant play in front of the crease.
Yeah, she's our Johnny Hockey, and offense just seems to find her. She creates opportunities for her line mates, and she takes great scoring chances when she's got the shot. So looking for her to continue her offensive stats tonight.
She loves playing in the East Coast, and we're happy to have her back here in Halifax. Next up, Team Adidas. This is a team that has a lot of speed. We talked about that in Montreal. You got a line with Jillian Saunier, Sarah Nurse, Kendall Coyne, Schofield. It's impossible to defend that speed when they're all coming towards you, but it's Sarah Nurse who really took the lead yesterday. 2 goals made it on TSN this morning for the best highlights. How is she going to be the difference maker today?
Well, that highlight reel goal was just that. She made no mistake on it. She's giving us a show here, and I talked to her before the game. She was joking that between the three of them, they argue over who's going to be the shooter. I think she left no question yesterday, absolutely bearing her chances, and she's got 2 great line mates to feed her the puck, so we're looking to this line to really create some offense for Team Adidas.
She's creating a lot of buzz. The cover star, first female cover star of a men's professional video game in NHL 23. Will look for her for excellence tonight. It's Team Adidas versus Team Scotiabank at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. It's our second game today on Eastlink Community TV. We can't wait for you to join us. Puck drop after this. It's the Secret Dream Gap Tour in Truro, Nova Scotia.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
The Alzheimer's Society of Nova Scotia is here for you throughout your dementia journey.
Eastlink Community TV provides the views, replays, and commentary that showcase our talented student athletes. Check local listings for upcoming PEI School Athletic Association high school games on Eastlink Community TV 10 and 610, available only to Eastlink customers.
Eastlink Community TV follows public health and safety COVID-19 guidelines on all live and pre-recorded productions.
Welcome back inside the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. My name is Izzy Germain. I'm joined by Liz Knox. This is our second game today, and it's the local heroes as we previewed in our pregame, and already the crowd excited for Blair Turnbull and Jill Saunier.
Yeah, you saw them having fun with that opening puck drop. Maybe a little debate of who was going to win it, so they rock, paper, scissored. Just two hometown heroes, and I'm really excited for the show they're about to put on for these fans.
Let's go to our starting goaltenders for Team Adidas. It's number 33, Aaron Frankel.
Yeah, Frankel had a little bit of a slow start in Montreal, but to be expected. I mean, this is her first year in the PWHPA, first time playing against some of these players, and I'm really excited to see how she bounces back. I know that she's got it in her.
Well, on the other side, with brand new equipment, looking sharp for Team Scotiabank, it's Emmerins Mashmeyer.
You just love to see the colors. Emmerins Mashmeyer, always a contender, always giving her team a chance to win. She'll be looking to do exactly that tonight for Team Scotiabank.
Well, we had a good show of goaltending in the first period against Team Harvey's and Team Sonic. Team Harvey's coming away with a 6-2 victory. We're underway now as Jill Saunier sends the puck down in behind Mashmeyer. She'll get her first touch of the puck in kennel coin. Schofield bats that out of the air in front of the net. No trouble there as Scotiabank is going to try to clear this puck out. Skaggs loses it at the point to Larocque. Her shot tipped over to the far side. Bouncing puck. Sarah Nurse is going to retrieve it in the neutral zone over to Larocque. Larocque long pass to Coyne Schofield. She can't handle the pass. It's bouncing around. We've talked a little bit about the ice. An unseasonably warm November weekend here in Nova Scotia. Temperatures with the Humidex reaching 23 degrees Celsius. The players had talked about ice with snow buildup as the game kind of progresses. So we'll keep an eye on that. But hopefully some favorable conditions for the evening game.
You know that the players were enjoying their morning walks to get their coffees this morning, so we're happy to see the sun out, but like you said, it does change the ice surface at times.
Here's Laura Stacey with speed. A long pass to Kristen O'Neill. Her shot is blocked. Back to the point. That one's tipped in the corner. O'Neill will pick it up. Loses an edge. And Blair Turnbull gets her first touch of the puck. Blocked by Stacey and kept inside. There is Sarah Potomac. We'll get to hear from her later on in our weekend. Sarah Potomac, the hero in last year's Truro Showcase. She was the shootout winner for Team Scotiabank last year. Winning the entire weekend, and she's happy to be back this season.
Yeah, one of those players who last year we really saw fill a gap of some of our national team members, showing that the non-national team players are just as entertaining, just as competitive as those who wear the maple leaf and the stars and stripes.
The look for Sarah Potomac. She's a world champion as well in August and making her way onto Team Canada this summer. Last time, hopefully, we'll see a summer world championship as we'll go back to a May event, which will help some of these athletes with their scheduling. Now Team Scotiabank putting some pressure on Team Adidas. Retrieving on the far side is Vespa. Loses it to the point. Long shot from Shelton. In behind the goal line now. Battle. And it's Victoria Bach who comes away with it. There's a chance for Melissa Daou! And she gets the first goal for Team Scotiabank. Daou, who landed last night at around midnight, puts on a show in the first 3 minutes of this one.
Yeah, she's just showing, I guess, that she can take care of her body in a short period of time. She's ready to go. She's finding that quiet spot kind of at the top of the circle. You see her get the little stick tap, jump the zone, makes no mistake, just outweights Frankel on that play. And, you know, just way too much time. If I'm Team Adidas, you can't give a player like that much space in front of the blue paint.
No idea how Melissa Daou ended up alone in front of the net. But she gives Team Scotiabank the lead, 1-0 early in the first period. Victoria Bach back out with her now. Her backhand pass, they'll send it in deep and go for a change. Saunier over to the near side. Larocque now will pick up the puck. She's got Coyne Schofield, but chooses Saunier on the far side. Here she is, dipsy doodling, trying to get around Gosling. She'll maintain possession over to Coyne Schofield. To the point for Dunn. Dunn's shot is tipped in front by Nurse. That one goes wide. Saunier back to the point. Give and go. They're looking for that give and go play in the slot, but broken up. Sonia will get it back on the far side. DiGirolamo trying to help out. And it comes away the other side, blocked at the red line by Dunn. I believe that's Costa down along the side. We got a blind spot here where we're located in the stands, so when they're on that near side board, difficult to see, but there is Costa putting pressure on Dunn. And Schofield stays on side, but decides to go back to the bench for the change. LaRock now on the chase. She's got pressure from Carpenter. Looking in front, centering pass, and that one's gonna go into the netting. It was a shot by Panic. And a little bit of a higher tempo in this one to start.
Yeah, in terms of starts, statistically, we're getting our numbers from Sport Logic, and we see that Scotiabank actually is top of the list in quality starts, just meaning that they're getting their offensive chances early, they're making them count. I was about to say that Adidas had great sustained pressure in the first few minutes, but they just aren't finding the back of the net as quickly and as easily as Scotiabank seems to be.
You see in that highlight, Team Adidas just getting maybe a little too puck focused on that first out goal, and she takes advantage and finds that seam. And they continue the pressure here, so continue to improve the statistics for their team. And Frankel couldn't find that puck, but in the near side corner now. Sent down below. O'Neill trying to help out. Fast. Good deceptive moves to get around Panic. Now through the middle. Skaggs watching her closely. She'll send the puck in deep in behind Bourbonnais. Bourbonnais gets the puck, reverse pass, but Fast still there. Will intercept. She's got Potomac with her. Shelton now on the far side. Picks up a loose puck, finds Skaggs. And here comes Johnny Hockey. Just loses an edge as she tries to get around LaRock. Good stick by LaRock. And Frankel picks up the Stewart shot.
Jocelyn LaRock showing that, you know, the old gals can still get it done. You know, one of the best defensemen still playing the game. A veteran player, as I said, but she just is so smart in her decision making. She gaps up on Johnny, gives her no space, is able to get a stick on that loose puck, and just keeps that puck away from the house.
LaRock can't be an old-timer yet. That would put us in the same category.
Well, yeah, I think I was more talking about myself than I was Joss. You know, when you have the body of like a 25-year-old, that's where she's playing at. But the rest of us, you know, we aged a little less gracefully than she did.
Jocelyn LaRock, just an incredible person off the ice as well. We talked about just that sustainability to have a long career like she has and to be as successful. But to put up the amount of minutes she puts with the national team is incredible to me.
And Jocelyn LaRock, kind of a unique player in that she is on the national team. She's been in the national team cycle for, you know, almost a decade now. And she still owns her own business in Stoke Strength Conditioning. Wanted to give them a shout out. They're doing some programming for the PWHPA teams in Toronto and players who are training remotely. Between her, Becca King, and Amy, they're just putting a fantastic program together for these athletes so that they can build their strength, their conditioning, and be the best performers they can be on the ice.
We'll continue to share little tidbits of off-the-ice work that these women do. It's quite incredible, and we've got to mention something that you do as well, Liz, later on in the show. We've got Sarah Nurse now trying to get the puck outside of Team Adidas zone. She's taken down. There's going to be our first penalty of the game. And it's going to be an easy call, a tripping call. We'll be right back after the break. It's going to be our first power play of the game for Team Adidas. 1-0 Team Scotiabank early on in this one.
Metro East Inferno U13 AAA. And you're watching the Secret Dream Gap Tour, live on Eastlink Community TV. Go Inferno!
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
Welcome back inside the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. A little bit of a miscommunication there. We'll get to our TV timeout a little later on. A little tongue twister there. We've got Sarah Nurse at the draw with Costa. Costa wins that back. Bourbonnais trying to get it outside of the zone. Fast stops him at the blue line, but Bourbonnais follows up with the play, and she'll finally clear the zone. They'll have to regroup. The Rock now. Tipped by Bourbonnais. Great shift by her as PK unit getting the job done early on. 1:23 in the Bach penalty.
And the special teams are going to be an interesting story in this one because Team Adidas leading actually, or last in the PK, and Scotiabank leading on their power play. So we're seeing the opposite side of that coin right now, but we got to stay out of the box to keep those chances down, I think, on both sides.
Special teams proving to be especially difficult for Team Sonnet in their loss today to Team Harvey's. That's something they'll have to look to improve. As you know, special teams is what will win you games down the line. Miscue there with a chance in front. O'Neill now will play it back to Dunn. They'll try to set up their power play breakout with 40 seconds remaining on the power play. Potomac with speed inside. She's got Stacy on the far side. Patience below the goal line. There she is now with the puck. Back to the point. Dunn. To Potomac. Nice reach. Over to the far side, the one-timer by Jones, just in her skates, didn't get it off the way she wanted, but they'll have time to set up as she regroups. Dunn. Back to Jones. Download O'Neill. Dunn wants it at the point. She gets it. There's a shot. She scores! Laura Stacy with the screen in front. Mashmeyer didn't see that one, and Dunn a perfect shot from the point.
Yeah, not sure if this was the play or not, but Team Adidas really trying to create a lot of traffic in front and give their point person a lot of time. So you see the puck come up to Dunn here. Just makes no mistake. There's bodies in front. Possibly a little bit of a screen by Shelton there, trying to take Stacy out of the play in front of Mashmeyer. And just that split second where Mash's eyes are gone, Dunn makes no mistake on the timing.
You saw Mashmeyer point to the top of her crease there, maybe trying to want a little bit of a call from the referee.
You know, us goalies, we got to try anything, right? You just got to get on the good side. Maybe we get a call here and there. I understand it.
Liz Knox, for those just joining us, a former member of the PWHPA, now part of the board and organizing committee, trying to help grow this league into what it was. But we've had a couple of our AUS players walk by and just absolutely in fear of Liz and the torment that you created down in the OUA when you were playing. We won't mention what years.
We'll keep that off the air. But you know what? It's a great hockey community out east here. I always love coming out. We played it in Antigonish for a couple years, and it's just such a fun environment, and I'm so happy to see women's hockey continue to grow out east.
Here's Rebecca Johnson doing what she does best, taking the puck to the net. The best in the game, in my opinion, at just getting through crowds and getting to the crease. Her shot from the point in the corner. Now Dunn will try to clear it out. Goal score to tie things up with 11 minutes remaining in the first period. Hit behind the net as Turnbull was on the forecheck, cleared into the neutral zone, bouncing puck. And Fields comes away with it, but taken away just as quickly. Back and forth, and now Frankel trying to play it with pressure. Oh, it's in! A misplay by Frankel, and this Dahu line creating a lot of problems in front. And I believe that's Victoria Bach who is going to get that final touch, and it is. And Scotiabank back up by one.
I actually don't hate the play behind the net. It's just the amount of speed that Scotiabank is putting, you know, kind of below the dots. Just got to be able to read that a little quicker, and that's Melo Dahu again, and she just puts herself in a good position to pick up that loose puck.
Quick to send it in front of the net, too. We saw that happen in our first game today, too. You just never know what's going to happen when you send the puck in front of the net. Good things do come so far in the PWHPA games today. So 2-1, Team Scotiabank. So Blair has the upper hand right now on Jill Sonny. I can't imagine there isn't a good bet going on between these two in this game, especially at home.
Well, I'm sure there's some friendly wagers happening with donaires or lobster dinners or whatever you guys enjoy out here.
The girls are loving the donaires. I know that was a popular item on Thursday night at Arrival. Here's Team Adidas and Kendall Coyne. Schofield squeaks one in to Mashmeyer, and Mashmeyer is still upset. And you know what? These two lines, Melozon's causing problems. There's again Laura Stacey right in the crease causing problems. Great pass.
Yeah, a nice off the net kind of shot pass. Kendall Coyne's just recovering from a battle in the corner. She sneaks out behind that D, is able to get a really nice tip on it, and just barely squeaks through Mashmeyer.
Well, a great response from Team Adidas' top line. It's Kendall Coyne, Schofield, Sarah Nurse, and Jillian Saunier. And have a little bit of help from Laura Stacey on there for Jillian, I think, just before the change.
And Jinsey Dunn really contributing offensively here. She's an Ohio State grad. She leads the team in ice time coming into this weekend. Obviously, as a defenseman, that's going to play a factor in that. But showing that her time on the ice is valued not only in the D zone, but creating offensive chances.
Team Scotiabank now trying to respond. And we've got a penalty coming up. And it's going to be a hooking call. And we'll see who's headed to the box. I believe it's Jinsey Dunn, so it is going to be a Team Scotiabank power play. And we talked about this again in the first game. They're going to let a lot go along the boards, but it's the stick infractions they want to remove from the game.
Yeah, and I love to see it. I love to see them let the players play along the boards. Lunny with a little bit of a high hit there. I think she was just kind of caught off balance. You know, it's unfortunate to see that kind of penalty take, but in fairness, she's in her own zone. She's probably taking away an opportunity, and they're going to pay the price for 2 minutes or less.
So a little conversation at the penalty box for the referees. Not sure what the conversation is, but nonetheless, they're going to send them to the circle, and we'll see the Scotiabank power play in action. Adidas 1 for 1. Adidas off to a good start on the kill as they win the draw. Everybody's going to keep it in. Her pass to Shelton just over the stick, and it's going to be cleared out by Team Adidas. Shelton's going to pick it up in behind Mashmeyer. Ella Shelton to Johnston. Trying to find Dow, and she's offside.
You're watching the 2022 Secret Dream Gap Tour on Eastlink in association with the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association. Proudly presented by the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, home of Stars on Ice, coming Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now.
Power play continues, 1:25 remaining in the Jinsey Dunn hooking call. Johnston and Turnbull chasing the puck into the corner. This is something we learned in the first game. They are not going to call that play dead. They're going to make them move it along, and that's what they do. Bourbonnais now on the near side. Over to Rebecca Johnston. What a nice stop by Frankel. Down low. Dow and Turnbull digging for the puck. Rock doing a good job killing some time for her team. Shelton to Bourbonnais. Looking for a seam. Finds the shot, but it goes through the crease. Johnston now below the goal line. To the point. That one skips over Bourbonnais' stick, and here comes Sarah Nurse. Nurse just killing time. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. She's got help from Laura Stacey, one of the best penalty killers in the game. They're chasing the puck back now, lots of speed. Victoria Bach looking for her second of the game. Shot just over the shoulder of Frankel, but it goes wide. In the neutral zone, Keller. Another outstanding defensewoman from the U.S. national program. The shot in front, Carpenter gets a stick on it, but it goes wide. Keller keeps the play alive inside the zone. 2 seconds, and Jinsey Dunn is out of the box. She'll go to the bench as they'll send someone on the ice. Not sure who.
A little bit slow there to get even strength, but that's all right because it looks like it's going to pay off for them. Oh, just out of the reach of Stace there.
Another one with a lot of speed is Kristen O'Neill. And I have to give the O'Neill family a shout out. I played hockey with Kristen's sister, Meg O'Neill, at Dalhousie University, was our captain in her 5th season there. So a good hockey family is the O'Neill crew. And I think some of them in attendance here tonight, but for those listening in Ontario, we say hello. Jocelyn Larocque. Breakout pass on the far side. Lots of speed on this Adidas team. It's crazy. Potomac chasing the net. The tip in front goes in behind. There's a chance by Donovan. Potomac now finds the puck below the goal line. Back to Larocque. Donovan with the tip in front. Potomac loses an edge. Seen that a few times. I just wonder if it's something to do with the ice. Stewart now, she had the first goal in Scotiabank's game yesterday, 2-1 victory. Claire Turnbull scored the game winner. Puck on the near side, Larocque gets the red line and dumps it in deep. Willoughby hits Shelton, but stays on her feet, gets the puck over to Daou. Jones now takes it away at the boards. Shelton over to Bourbonnais. Tries to clear it out. Dunn tries to stop it at the blue line. Willoughby's going to back check. Will pick up the loose puck in her own zone. Finds Dunn. Avoids the forechecker. Will pick up speed. Look for Jones, but's going to choose Vespa with a clearing attempt. Maschmeyer is going to play the puck off the boards towards Daou. Missed the near side pass to Field. Dunn now gets some help from Fast. Fast. Reverse pass to Dunn. They don't fool Lunny though, and they'll have to clear the puck down. It's going to be an icing call. No, called off.
Not really sure why, but maybe we saw something that we didn't see.
Play will continue. Sarah Nurse in front. Kendall Coyne-Schofield just through the skates. And Graham clears it out, but Coyne-Schofield back in the neutral zone. The puck is bouncing around. She's got Jill Saunier with her. Shot blocked in front. Great play in the corner by Gosling. Now Saunier. Off the bench to O'Neill. Good call by O'Neill. Just missed the pass there. Edie now with the puck in the Adidas zone. Tries to find Larocque. She was just a little farther back than thought. O'Neill, near side board to Potomac. That pass in behind Edie, which will send it inside. They'll go for a change. Stacey chasing with Potomac on Lequette. A superstar in last year's event was Bridget Lequette. There's a shot by Laura Stacey, tipped in front. And I think Kristen O'Neill has her first of the weekend.
Yeah, Kristen O'Neill, just such a skilled player. She's looking at Stace circle the top of the dot there, and she's just trying to find that lane, see if she can't get, she's not the biggest body, so she's gonna try to get a stick on it. And you'll see right here, just a nice little redirect. Stace not putting so much mustard on these shots, and that's what I've been trying to tell young players, is it doesn't need to be a rocket. It's actually more threatening if you can float something on net that a player can get a stick on.
As a power skating instructor too, to be able to get that shot off in the midst of her crossing over is a high skill. So a great play again. Laura Stacey causing a lot of problems so far in this one for Team Scotiabank. We've now got a Team Adidas lead 3-2 with 3:37 remaining in the first period. And Kristen O'Neill giving her family something to cheer about. And down in the Adidas zone. Puck is bouncing around. Ribbons is trying to clear it out. She does. She'll find, well, Team Scotiabank will take it away. As soon as I start to say a name, they take it away. Lots of back and forth in this one. Now back inside Team Adidas zone. Girolamo. Here we go. We'll have to say it a few times to get it. Jill Saunier now. Stopped at the blue line by Shelton. Johnny Hockey. That's all I have in my head now because you said it in the pregame. Johnny Hockey tries to clear it out to Blair Turnbull. That one sent back in on Maschmeyer. Bourbonnais takes the hit from Sarah Nurse. Makes the pass, but stopped at the blue line. Nice shot by Larocque. Johnston tries to clear it, stopped by Serner. She fans on the puck, and here comes Blair Turnbull. Lots of speed, makes the pass for herself, but Hubert Fass, who comes back and takes the puck away from her.
Shannon Stewart trying to send a message to the Stripes over there in the corner, just making sure they know she's around.
You got to do that every once in a while. Just wake them up.
You got to keep them on their toes. Yeah. Shannon Stewart, of course, with the goal of the game yesterday. So happy to see her pot one. She's got a bunch of family out here.
Chance in front for Fields. She was quite excited, too, with that goal yesterday.
Understandably so.
Stacy with speed. She'll send it in behind. Who gets there first? Keller now battling along the boards. Just pin Potomac there, and Kristen O'Neill stops the puck at the blue line, but it's going to squeeze by. Here's Victoria Bach. Bach with space, backhands it in front, but taken down on the far side was Field. Now Shelton jumping down in the play. Bourbonnais, these two active on the blue line, helping out offensively. Bach now in behind the net. She takes the hit. It was Dunn who put her into the boards. Now O'Neill take her time. Long pass intended for Willoughby, stopped again at the red line. Dunn will try again. Breakout attempt stopped, this time by Panic. Panic below the goal line, looking in front. She's got Carpenter, that one-timer stopped by Larocque. Panic gets the puck back. Lequette from the point. I would not want to be in front of a Lequette shot. It tips wide. Last minute of play in the first period. Panic on the far side, back to Lequette. Over to Skaggs, her shot, that one tipped in front, just misses the far side post. Panic battling in the corner with O'Neill. O'Neill, good battle, wins the draw. Dunn can't clear it out, this line is gassed. Keller now with a chance. Lequette wants it, she's looking back door though to Skaggs on the far side.
Great heads-up play there by Kristen O'Neill, just trying to rim the puck around, kill some time when there's no pressure on that far wall.
Sonia just misses that attempt, and now it's going to be an icing call with 8 seconds left. And unfortunately, this tired group of Adidas players, Sonia with the freshest legs, they'll have to stay out. What do you do, Coach Knox? You send, take the goalie out and send an extra skater with 8 seconds left?
Yeah, you know, it's a tough call. I mean, this has been such an offensively strong game so far. We've already seen 5 goals. I feel for our social media team, I'm sure, who's trying to keep up with all these points. But 8 seconds, I have confidence that Adidas can just kind of control this puck.
We'll keep it safe here in the first period as they do win the draw and eat it along the boards. An exciting first period, 5 goals in total in the first 20 minutes. And it's Jinsey Dunn who we're going to showcase in our play of the game, or play of the period. Here it comes.
Yes, we just have a nice little battle in the corner. Oh, this is actually the Melo Daou goal. Great play in the corner there. Like I said, Daou finding that quiet zone that she makes awfully loud with that stick tap. But they hear her, they find her with the pass. She just has so much patience and poise with the puck. And that's why she's just one of the most lethal offensive players in the PWHPA.
20 minutes in the books. It's going to be a good one. 5 goals already. We'll see how many more we find. You're watching the Secret Dream Gap Tour on Eastlink Community TV.
For information on how to become a volunteer at Eastlink Community TV, go to eastlink.ca.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
Nova Scotia High School Sports are proudly presented by University St. Anne. Eastlink Community TV presents SSNS High School Playoff action.
Lead here to the end zone, and this time, caught for the touchdown.
Semi-final action November 7th at 7 p.m. Visit eastlink.ca/local sports for our full schedule.
This is Eastlink Community TV, home of the New Year's Eve countdown.
We're back with the intermission here at the Secret Dream Gap Tour in Truro, and I've got Blair Turnbull, who is very, very popular this weekend over on the bench. Blair, talk a little bit about playing here in Nova Scotia for the home crowd.
It's been awesome. I haven't played here in a really long time, so it's always special to be at home in front of a bunch of my family and friends, and to see so many people here to support the PWHPA means a lot to all of us.
Talk a little bit about last night's game, because I understand you had a pretty good one, if I understand it right.
Yeah, we got the win, which is good. We lost to Sonnet last time we played them, so it was great to beat them here. Like I said, a bunch of my family and friends were here to watch, so it was a great crowd, great atmosphere, and nice to get the win at home.
Let's talk about tonight's game, though. A little bit of a different story on the scoreboard right now after one, but a lot of goals by comparison to last game where you guys, I think it ended 2-1. This one's already blown that out of the water.
Yeah, lots of offense. I think we're seeing a lot more high-quality scoring chances, so I guess that's better entertainment for the crowd and for those of you watching online, but yeah, we might have to tighten up our D zone a bit and try to get a couple goals to get the lead here in the second.
All right, well, good luck with the second period, and we'll see you in a little bit. And we'll see you at home in just a few minutes. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll speak with Jana Hefford from the PWHPA here in Truro.
The programs and coverage you see on Eastlink Community TV are made possible in part by our generous local sponsors and viewers like you. As an Eastlink video customer, you are helping to support the creation of local programming in Atlantic Canada. Thank you for choosing Eastlink, and thank you for watching Eastlink Community TV.
This here is a picture of my son. He was born in '83 and he passed in 2005. And this was a Christmas gift from his stepdad for me to have a tattoo of my son put on my leg forever. Oh. So this is my pride and joy. This is my son, Stephen.
Wow, oh my gosh, Linda, I'm so happy.
So he's with me every day, even if I don't have a picture on me. I do have a picture on me.
Maritime Inc., Thursdays at 10:30 on Eastlink 10 and 610.
Agri-food in Nova Scotia is so important. We really need to support our farmers, our producers, our manufacturers here in Nova Scotia. A lot of what we sell right here in Nova Scotia. And the buy local movement is really large here, but people also want to understand where their food comes from. That's really important to know that this bottle of maple syrup that's in front of you was actually grown and produced here. And that we can do that with everything that we have here. We really can be very sustainable in our own province. We have all the tools to do that. And it's really important that we support all of those different industries, the farmers to the beekeepers to the maple syrup industry. We need to really support that.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
Get ready for some heat on the ice. Shooting left again. Score! Eastlink Community TV is the #1 place to catch Wolves hockey. The Pack is back and on the hunt, and we bring them right into your living room. All the shots, the hits, the goals. You won't want to miss a second of the action. Wolves hockey on Eastlink Community TV 10 and 610. Available only to Eastlink video customers.
My name's Mark. I'm an alcoholic.
Dorothy T., and I am an alcoholic.
For so long, alcohol has sort of been there for me to sort of see me through social situations.
Drinking was more important than anything else. My journey in AA started years ago when I reached the outside limits of my desperation.
I really wanted to quit drinking. I just couldn't stop on my own. And you know, I remember when I woke up on the day that I got sober, I felt something inside of me tell me that I could go to AA.
These people, you know, just gathered around me. That was the fellowship in action in my life.
The moral of my story today is that AA has never let me down, ever.
If I carry any sort of message with my story, it's that, you know, keep coming back and that this thing does work.
If you have a problem with alcohol, contact AA. It works.
This is Eastlink Community TV, home of the New Year's Eve countdown.
Welcome back to the first intermission. I'm Amanda Pride, and I'm here with Jana Hufford, and we're talking a little bit about what this association is all about, what the goals are for the future. So, Jana, talk to us a little bit about the creation of the PWHPA. Why was this necessary?
Well, when the Canadian Women's Hockey League folded, we had a number of players that had been through playing in various leagues, including myself. And leagues would start up and they would be successful and we'd consider them professional because they were the best players, but they weren't professional in the sense of an investment made, a business model, a sustainability plan, infrastructure, so many things. And so when the Canadian League folded, the players got together and decided that they needed to change the way women's professional hockey was supported. They needed to ensure that the next generation had something they could dream to be a part of, and then it would be around for 50, 75, 100 years. So they got united, they created this voice, and they really, have fought for change.
That change is sort of coming to fruition, I hear. The goal is a league, and that goal is potentially coming sooner than we might think.
Yeah, I mean, we've been working on this now. We're entering our 4th season. We've had a lot of success. We have incredible partners that make all of this possible, people that believe in our vision of what a women's pro league could look like. We spent a lot of time with really great industry experts, people that have helped us put a plan in place that will be that sustainable business model. So we're really proud of the work we've done. We know it's paying off now. We're working with an investor group that has the potential to really elevate this. And so hopefully some really great things to come.
What do you think would be the ultimate goal here, or the ultimate sign of success, I guess, for you guys as you're moving forward? You know, I mean, these Dream Gap Tour events are amazing and a lot of people turn out to them, but to have an actual league, what would that look like? How many games a season? Do you guys know that yet?
Yeah, I mean, success for us obviously is, in the short term, it's progress. In the long term, it's a women's pro league where, we have an investment made in the sport. We have players that are earning a decent income. We have, infrastructure, resources, facilities on a consistent basis. People know where they can watch games on a consistent basis. Media partners, all the things we see in other professional sports. And, that's the long-term vision. And we know it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to be there right away. But we do know that if the investment's made in it, it'll grow. We have incredible athletes, amazing people and ambassadors, and we want the world to see them.
Incredible athletes, and like you said, some sort of salary or wage, because these athletes have day jobs and are still the best hockey players in the world. And that's not an easy thing. They're not paid to play. They're not paid to work out on a Saturday morning. They have to do that of their own volition. So that importance of a salary is a huge component to this as well, right?
Yeah, it is. And it's a hard thing because there's a misconception that it's just about salary, and it isn't. It's about the investment, the infrastructure, the resources in place to allow salaries to grow. But of course, we want our women to be able to be hockey players, period. And it's wonderful if they want to do other things, but we don't want them to have to on a consistent basis. So we're not expecting, to be $1 million salaries like other pro sports we see. We know that'll grow over time, but we want them to be compensated fairly and the investment be made in the future.
Thank you very much, Dana. And good luck to you and to the rest of the PWHPA, because I know I'm very much looking forward to seeing what a regular league could look like for women's hockey.
Thank you.
When we come back, period number 2 will get underway here at the Rath Eastlink Centre in Truro, Nova Scotia. Stay with us.
For on-air sponsorship opportunities on Eastlink Community TV, please email eastlinkTVads@eastlink.ca.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
Fish On, proudly supported by Albert's Sports and Workwear.
I'm Paul Etier, host of Fish On Eastlink Community TV. Join us for another exciting season of fishing across Northern Ontario. We've ventured across the new lakes and new areas to hopefully bring you what you're looking for in walleye fishing across Northern Ontario.
Look at that fish. Oh, my Lord, that's the biggest pickerel I ever caught.
Fish On, Saturdays at 6:30 p.m. Available only to Eastlink Video customers.
Send them home. Get rid of them. Gentlemen, please.
And so, this organ, which I regret I cannot name, because of the presence of these members of the weaker sex, who, although they are married, could not possibly endure...
Get them out.
Patience, Ginny. Patience.
Get them out!
Dr. McFarlane! Mrs. Trout.
There's no place for women in a medical school.
Get them out!
If you do not bring this classroom under control, I am going to repeat every word of this disgusting lecture to your charming wife.
My friend Jenny Trout was not the only woman to face this kind of thing in medical school. But she would become the first woman licensed to practice medicine in Canada.
QMJHL hockey is back on Eastlink Community TV. Get ready for all the gold and incredible hockey action all season long.
What a play by the Eagles.
Blocked and stopped by LaPena. The Cape Breton Eagles travel to take on the Charlottetown Islanders Friday, November 11th at 7 p.m. Available only to Eastlink Video customers.
Every community has a story to tell, a song to sing, heroes to celebrate, people who need support, and those who are there to help. At Eastlink, we hold community close to our hearts, and we take joy in shining a light on all the places we call home across Canada. That's why, wherever we can help connect our communities and make them a better place, we say, let's make the link.
Eastlink Community TV follows public health and safety COVID-19 guidelines on all live and pre-recorded productions.
Welcome back for the second period. Scotiabank Team Adidas, let's get going with our first period highlights, and it all gets going with the girl who came in at 2 a.m. yesterday.
Yeah, you see her just sneak past Renata fast there in the slot. A pass that Fast definitely wants to take away. A player that you don't want to give a chance like that to.
Next up is Dunn getting Adidas on the board with a nice shot for the point.
She's just been creating so much offense from that blue line, and she's got a heads-up play here, making sure that Mashmeyer's eyes are taken away.
And a little bit of a misplay here by Franco, but Bach slams it in.
All I can hear is Steve Dangle say, if you're a goaltender, attend the goal. But you know what, those things happen, and we see how they rebound after that.
Got to be creative sometimes, too. And here's a nice tip by Kendall Coyne-Schofield off of a nice shot again from the point. And it's Dunn again who gets it started. Laura Stacey's been very busy in the crease. And then this is the go-ahead goal now for Scotiabank.
Yeah, so Stace just walking across the top of the circle, and then O'Neill getting a nice stick just to change the direction of that puck slightly, just bending it around Mashmeyer on her blocker side.
Team Adidas, obviously, not Team Scotiabank. So we're 3-2. Team Adidas, Team Scotiabank. I'll wake up for the second period here. Lindsay Daou, obviously we've talked about her a lot, and we've talked with Jana now about what this league is about and what we're trying to achieve with these women, and she's a great example. She's working full-time with Hannah Bunton in Quebec at a private school. They've got a great little hockey team there, Collège Bourget, and the Voltigeurs were playing, so she stayed back at home yesterday, flew in this morning, got to the hotel around 2 a.m., and her warm-up is a goal to start the game.
Yeah, these players, I mean, they walk the walk, they talk the talk. They really believe in the future of women's hockey. They want to leave this game better than how they found it, and they do it at all levels. Obviously, by bringing the game to a great place like Truro, Nova Scotia, but also by, you know, touching on the development at younger ages to give these girls not only the development that they want, but some role models to look up to.
And great role models they are in Quebec hockey. Hopefully those women win their battle with getting sanctioned and continuing to compete against other top competitors across the country and down south. Here's a 2-on-1. Carpenter opts to shoot. That one goes wide. Keller now at the point. Threads the needle on the blue line. Lots of confidence there. She keeps it in. That shot finds Skaggs after hitting fast escape. Panic back to the point. Carrying on to Lequette. Big rebound in front. Panic picks it up. Long pass to Lequette on the far side. Tipped by Skaggs, but doesn't go anywhere near the net. And Fast will try to clear it out with Nurse. Nurse around Turnbull, takes her time, doesn't have any great options, so she'll send it in on Mashmeyer, and they'll go for a change. Second unit now on the ice as Kristen O'Neill, as she often is, F1. The long pass to Johnny Hockey, and it's loose in front of Turnbull. Gets her second of the weekend for the hometown crowd.
Rebecca Johnson just finding that burst of speed. We saw it in the Harvey's game yesterday in Marie-Philippe Poulin. You can't give these girls an inch. She takes that space away, drags the puck towards the net, and she knows to keep it low. She knows that she's got Turnbull following her up. You can see her driving the center lane here. She just wants to get a puck on net so that Turnbull can clean it up, and she does exactly that.
Mashmeyer might get an assist on that. We'll have to wait for the official notes from the scorekeepers. But we've got a 3-3 hockey game. What an incredible offensive showcase this crowd is getting. Rebecca Johnson back inside the zone. Jinsey Dunn will break that up. Long pass to Potomac. Thought she had a break there, but the puck just rolls over her stick. Now in the corner, battling for the puck. Shelton had it in her skates, now pinged along the boards. O'Neill and Bourbonnais come out with it. Bourbonnais trying to go in front. There's O'Neill's shot. That one's stopped by Mashmeyer. Stacey to O'Neill at the point. O'Neill with another low shot, tipped in front, but that one's cleared wide. Now Daou will bat it out of the zone. She's chased down by Fast. They keep it inside the zone. Daou will go to the net. Pass for Bach goes the distance, finds Stacey on the far side, but taken right back by Daou. Field. Intended for Bach. She'll put Fast into the boards, but Adidas comes away with the puck. Stacey now trying to pass for herself. Squeezes by the D, but she'll pick it up. Gosling now, long pass Finds Keller. Keller's jumping up in the play. Bach just a little offside as the puck got away from Keller there on that play.
Yeah, it was just a little stutter of the puck there, and Keller had to sidestep right at the blue line, which is tough for your winger to keep up with her. Bach there. Just take that step offside, but
hard for us to talk a lot about the development of this league and all of the side stories we have with the explosive offensive power we've seen so far, but we do have a lot to get to in our storytelling of the PWHPA and what's to come. Great interview with Jana Hefford in between the periods. Give us a little bit of tease of what's yet to come for the PWHPA. Here's a chance now for Scotiabank. Pass to Keller, tipped out by Willoughby. She's chasing Mashmeyer way out of the zone, and she's going to clear it into the corner. Now Bach picks it up on far side board. She'll find Dow one-on-one, fast, and Dow opts to pass to Fields. And a nice little back check there. Puts Field on her back. That held her up for a little bit, which was courteous, but we're going to get a penalty on Edie. Don't know what you call that, tripping, holding.
yeah, it was kind of a little bit of an awkward play where Edie gets herself on the outside, and she's a defender. She wants to be on the inside of that player, Maddie Field there, and she's just trying to slow her down a little bit. Maddie Field, being a smart player, you know, she's probably going to try to latch on a little bit to draw that penalty.
So Scotiabank will go on their second power play of the game. Shots right now in the second period, 11-6. We'll see how many they get on the power play. Johnston, the near side, long pass to Bourbonnais. Her shot blocked by Fast. Dow's pass to the point, intended for Shelton, goes the distance. They'll have to set up in behind Mashmeyer. Shelton will take her time. Breakout pass to Bourbonnais. Johnston, Bourbonnais, and Turnbull. Those were the three stars for Scotiabank in Montreal, and they're the names I think we've said the most so far today in Nova Scotia.
Yeah, Turnbull and Johnston have a long history of playing together here and in Calgary, and they're just creating so much chemistry between the two of them.
Johnston looking for Dow on the far side for the one-timer. The shot from Keller at the point is tipped wide. Dow will pick it up on the far side. Back to Keller. Keller to Bourbonnais. Her shot blocked by Saunier. That'll get the crowd going. Saunier loves to play on the PK. One of her main roles with Team Canada the last few years. Still 30 seconds remaining on this power play. Carpenter. Her shot blocked in front. Panic was in a spot for a rebound. Keller now, her shot over the net. Panic chases the puck below the goal line. Back to Gosling. Got Keller and box looking for the one-timer. Steps in, crosses over to the other side. Gosling back to Keller. Hard pass to Bach down low. Back to Keller. Gosling in the slot for Carpenter. That one's blocked. Some great passing here by Scotiabank. They just can't figure out the PK. Nurse slides over to put that puck in the corner. That'll do it for the power play as Edie back on the ice. They'll send Laura Stacey as the even strength attacker for Adidas, and now she's got a chance the other way. Stacey with lots of speed. She'll have to beat the puck off the goal line. Here she is. What a move! Mashmeyer stacks the pad solid on that post.
Yeah, great kill for Team Adidas there too. I got to give a shout out to Jess DiGirolamo on the back door there. She's just identifying threats as they're trying to kind of pop in and out of the play in that quiet zone. So she did a great job identifying and defending those threats as they came in.
First-year player in the PWHPA, captain at Syracuse last season. And another chance for Sarah Potomac in front. We've got an exciting game on our hands. We've got 13 minutes remaining. It's a 3-3 tie. Team Scotiabank, Team Adidas. We'll be right back after the break.
In a nutshell, and our little motto is pastry, brunch, and lunch, because we feel the caffeine bar part of the name speaks to the coffee. So So we operate as both takeaway and dine-in. So takeaway, you can always head right in, go to the barista bar. You can purchase a variety of beverages, a variety of pastry, as well as our sandwiches are always available for takeaway. And then if you want to dine in, you just wait at the door, similar to other restaurants, and someone will come right over, bring you to the table, and then we have the full brunch menu, as well as a small selection of cocktails and alcohol available for dine-in.
Black films that teach, the story within the story. Black community voices and stories are shared through films and interviews. Sunday at 8 p.m. on Eastlink Community TV, channels 10 and 610. If you have a film or story you'd like to share, email us. Comments at eastlink.ca. And one of our camera operators today, Morgan, in charge of Black Films That Teach, the host, interviewer, does an incredible job. Standing to my right here, an incredible camera operator as well. So make sure to tune in 8 p.m. on Eastlink Community TV Sundays for Black Films That Teach. There she is on camera. Not happy about that, but always good to give credit where credit is due, and Morgan does an incredible job. All right, we're back in even strength. 3-3. If you're just joining us, Izzy Germain, Liz Knox, here on Eastlink Community TV, PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour, making its second consecutive stop in Truro. Great event last year, saw Team Scotiabank take home the championship, as you will say. This year we've got cumulative points for the season. Hoping to build some momentum and maybe some fanship too behind each team.
Yeah, I think the growing consumption of sports is tracking stats, so it was a conscious decision of the board to try to keep this a rolling season, and you know, not to spoil too much, but maybe you'll see a special championship weekend at the end of all this.
Perfect. We'll hope to be somewhere down south at that time. I'm sure it's going to be very cold here. Maybe somewhere warm in the States. Here's Sarah Nurse now crossing the blue line. Her shot goes high and wide. 11-8 the shots. Incredible to think when we have 6 goals on the board already. When the goaltenders are busy, it's dangerous. Larock trying to find Sonia. She gets over the blue line, but the puck is bouncing on her. Fast will keep it inside the blue paint, but just squeezes out on the second attempt. Nurse now on the far side to Larock. Gets by Laquette in front for Sonia. Sonia's looking for her share of the crowd excitement, but that one's cleared out in behind. Now she's battling Keller. Keller backhands it out, but Larock stops it. Back the other way comes Team Scotiabank. That's Costa with speed along the boards. Stopped by Larock. Fast now puts her into the boards, gives Sarah Nurse some time to find Stacy at the far blue line. Stacy now waiting for her teammates to come on the ice. She finds O'Neill. A goal right today. She hits the post, and that'll be a memory for a good fan. Kristen O'Neill, she's been buzzing around today.
Yeah, nice little toe drag there from O'Neill. Love to see that. And you mentioned Costa earlier on this half wall. We're going to see a little play here. Look at that toe drag. Oh, just textbook.
That's what you always imagine doing. I don't think I could ever pull it off in a game, but it's what we practice. I've got to give a shout out to you. Talked about Sport Logic, and we get stats, an incredible amount of information from them before the game. But Corella Meyer also sends us kind of snippets of the games and previews of what's to come. And in her preview for Team Adidas, it was to watch out for Kristen O'Neill, so she nailed that one. And she also nailed Team Scotiabank. She said, look out for Victoria Bach. She also has a goal today. So they should probably keep her around at Sport Logic.
Yeah, Cax Stats. That's our little stat monkey there. She's got a great eye for it, and also a player in the PWHPA. Normally with Team Harvey's, unfortunately unable to make it this weekend. She's missed here for sure, but you will see her in upcoming showcases.
And you can catch
Liz Knox
and Corella Mar on the Cax and Noxie podcast. Comes out every Friday, and it's all PWHPA. Getting to meet these people, you guys do an incredible job.
Yeah, it's been super fun, honestly. It's just, it's a great place to actually get to know these players aside from hockey. And There's no shortage of personality. They come open and willing to share some fun stories, so definitely tune in. It's on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube, and I've got to shout out our SDPN crew who's helping us put that all together.
I'm just 1 week behind because we were working yesterday, and it's the Sarah Nurse episode, so I can't wait to see Sarah and Romeo in action. Here's Victoria Bach now on the far side. Good back check again by Willoughby. Lots of speed there. Bach retrieves the puck off the boards. Couple attempts in front. Puck will find Willoughby. Backhand pass along the boards where I can't see. There's Lequette now with it. Lequette, the inside pass to Bach. Dangerous play to Dunn, but she gets away with it as Field skates by. Now Saunier, centering pass intended for Nurse. She'll get it back. Intercepts the Lequette breakout attempt. Now Coyne Schofield in front. Sarah Nurse gets dumped, and that's an easy save for Emrys Mashmeyer.
Jinsey Dunn just making that puck control look super easy on the far side there. And we see the chance. They're trying to create some traffic in front, getting that crossover, trying to get the defense lost between Coyne and Nurse there. Good chance on net.
We got to talk about Sarah Nurse a little bit. She's what a great personality in the PWHPA, but does so much for the community. Those skates are a special custom-made skate from CCM. Talk a little bit about that, Liz.
Yeah, Sarah Nurse is just, you know, she's so good for the PWHPA. She's got such a great head on her shoulders, and she's wearing these custom CCM skates she wore them through October for a group called the Bright Run, which is a group that raises money for breast cancer awareness in the Hamilton region. All the money kind of stays in that Hamilton core. So a cause very close to her heart, and we're just so proud to see her using her reach for good.
If you want more information on Sarah's skates, head to the CCM Twitter account. They did a whole feature on her and what that design process was. We're going to get a penalty now as Rebecca Johnston starts chatting with the referees about maybe some missed calls the other way, but it is going to be Ella Shelton who goes in, or sorry, it's going to be Rebecca Johnston. I thought they were getting the hit on Ella Shelton in the corner, but it's going to be a high sticking call on Rebecca Johnston. Unhappy to go to the box. The team Adidas now will go to the power play as we see some knitters in the stands. Just keeping busy.
I wonder if those will be gifts for players at some point.
I'm hoping they're mittens or hats. It's quite cold here at the Truro Arena, and I wouldn't mind some mittens.
And there you see an equalizer penalty. Again, you know, maybe they're trying to balance out some missed calls, as you mentioned earlier. I'd like to see them just let the girls play a little more. Some physicality I'm okay with.
There's something to be said. I have a ton of respect for refereeing. It's a very difficult position, but there's something to be said about when you get this kind of level of hockey. We don't see this in Nova Scotia often, especially on the women's side, unfortunately, and you just have to wonder if there's maybe a little bit of a gap there in understanding what can or should or shouldn't be called.
Well, this is my opinion, but you know, there's a science behind understanding the tempo of the game, and I think that it's something that you can't really teach. It comes from years of playing and studying the game, and sometimes those calls really send the momentum off the beat when the great game is happening. So that's what I mean when you have to kind of decide what calls to make. And I'm sure my referee friends will be like, Knoxy, you got to call a penalty if it's a penalty. But this is just my opinion. Let the girls play and give some entertainment value to the game.
So we got some 4-on-4 hockey, so we'll keep the positive vibes with a little bit more ice to work with. And some incredibly talented players on the ice. There's O'Neill battling Bach. Nurse now off the bench trying to tip it inside the zone. Scotiabank will retrieve the puck. They'll go D to D. Ella Shelton on the far side, watched closely by Jill Saunier. Keller now a long pass. Carpenter off the bench. There she goes in the slot. What a save by Frankel.
Nice save. Put a little flair on it. Get the girls going. I love to see that from young Frankel. And I think, I could be mistaken, but it looked like Adidas may have gotten away there with few too many players on the ice for a little bit, but squeaked it by the stripes, so they're in the clear now. We're still 4-on-4.
There were definitely 5 players on the ice. A face-off win for Team Scotiabank. Shelton now skating away from Saunier. She finds an opening to shoot. The rebound in front, but cleared outside the zone by Dunn. So roughly the same amount of time left in these penalties. Both players non-coincidental penalties, so they'll both leave the box at the same time-ish, about 2 seconds apart. But we'll go back to 5-on-5 action once they do. So no harm, no foul on each side. Saunier now watching Shelton. She'll go to the far side to Bourbonnais. Back to Shelton at the point. Her shot grabbed out of the air by Nurse. Almost scored in her own net, but again, Dunn bailing her out as she picks up the puck. She'll go the other way. Panic gets a whack at her stick. Nurse on the far side. She's got fast. Lots of room for fast. The shot. Coyne Schofield in front. Can't bat away the rebound. Maschmeyer standing tall. Jones now at the point. Her shot blocked. 1-2 out of the box. So we are back to 5-on-5 action. 6:50 remaining in the second period. Johnston trying to get away from Potomac. Gets help from Jones, and they go the other way. Potomac back to Coyne Schofield. That pass just a little bit too far behind, but Larock there to help out. Jumps in. A nice reverse pass there. Almost found Potomac on the inside post, but it hit the side of the net, and this one's going to go the distance. No icing as Johnston was ahead of everybody. Stewart now with a shot. That one's blocked. Willoughby over the red line. Looks to dump it in deep. She's hit by Gosling on the way. And Maschmeyer, such a good player, such a good goaltender with puck possession. She's very confident with the puck and loves to help her team out in behind the net. Bach now with an opportunity. That one's tipped wide. You like to play the puck, Liz, or you like to leave it?
I may have been better at playing the puck than I was at stopping it at times, which is why I'm up here and not down there. But I love to see the goalies get involved in the play. And, you know, you can have a really offensive advantage when you've got a goalie that can stretch the puck for you.
Adidas looking to break the score here. They want to regain the lead. Keller, though, with possession below the goal line. It's going D-to-D with Daoud. And now Daoud trying to jump up on the far side blue line. Puck is stuck in front of the Adidas bench. Again, the referee's letting them play those pucks. They find Stacy on the near side. Rim it around. That one gets by Maschmeyer, but she does slow it down, and the referee helps out as well. Puck goes back in front. Potomac. Got O'Neill on far side dot. Along the boards. Giralmo finds O'Neill, but she decides to send it down low. Stacy now will have to battle Scotiabank and the referee. She gets taken down. And that'll give Keller some time to clear the puck out. Dow inside the zone, takes her time. She needs to go off for a change. She'll send it down to Panic and Field. Field goes in for the hit, but O'Neill dodges it. There's Stacy now, quick pass to Coyne Schofield. This is the speed that made her a household name. Finds Saunier off the bench. Down low to Nurse, in front, back in. Just the side of the net. What a play by Adidas' first line. And this one won't be icing, but that should have been icing. The icing rule is that you have to be on the inside of the defending player. And DiGirolamo did beat the Scotiabank player, so just a missed call there.
Yeah, a couple of those this game, and fortunate that none of them have turned into real great scoring chances, but it's hard as a goaltender to communicate what's happening when you're not getting those calls.
There's Sarah Nurse again. Maschmeyer has got this line's number. She is not letting one through. Sarah Nurse making the TSN highlights this morning of their best highlights from her second goal in yesterday's game. If you haven't seen that, you can go to the PWHPA Twitter and take a look.
Yeah, just a filthy goal from Sarah Nurse.
Hopefully you can do that when you're playing NHL 23 as well. Here's a chance for Scotiabank. Bach looking for her second. 3 shots at it, but Frankel stands tall. Gosling to Keller, that shot. Stewart tips a tie.
An absolute cannon from Megan Keller at the point there. I'm so impressed on Shannon Stewart getting a stick on that. I think I would have been eyes closed. There's so many of these players. I would not be standing in front of their shots. Keller would be one of them. Here's a chance for Potomac. She's been all over the ice today, causing trouble for Scotiabank. Nice little nifty backhand. Just goes wide. One's back in for Gosling. Gosling looking for the far side. She's going to find Dow, but that jumps over. Girolamo sends it back in. She's been impressive on the blue line for Team Adidas. Keller to Bach. To Rock now, and finally a whistle. We're going to take a short break, take a breather. Still 3-3 between Scotiabank and Adidas. You're watching the Secret Dream Gap Tour on Eastlink Community TV. We'll be right back after this.
I'm screaming louder than that. I'm screaming louder than that. Leaving you with no choice. With no choice. I really hope that you're ready. You're gonna hear my voice. Welcome to my story.
We can build a bridge. Sunday at 8 p.m. on Eastlink Community TV.
Black Films That Teach on Eastlink is sponsored by TD, working together for a more inclusive tomorrow.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
All right, I am here in the stands with Bree. She plays with the Northern Subway Selects. We can't forget our sponsors. Bree, talk a little bit about coming to the game tonight. Who's some of your favorite players out there?
Oh, definitely Blair Turnbull, Jill Saunier, Sarah Nurse, all of them.
When you look at the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association, does it make you want to become a career player? Is this something that you're kind of aiming for now?
Oh, definitely. Of course, yeah.
What kind of league do you hope that they create?
Pardon?
If they create a league, do you want to see a lot of teams, keep it small? What do you feel?
Oh, they should expand a lot, because women's hockey is really underrated these days. So, yeah.
Absolutely. We need more women's hockey. Let's go back up to the booth and see what we've got going on.
All right, a lot of young fans looking up to these athletes all weekend long. If you are at home watching, we do encourage you to come out to the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. Bring your AirPods and your cell phone. You can still watch us and hear us online, of course, but come support these women and come see them in person. Here's a chance for Kristen O'Neill again in front. That toe drag.
Just looking silky, trying to get that toe drag around the ding. I'm sure she was going to go up high on that backhand.
Stacy now just hits, I believe it's Daou. Right off the shin, she felt that one. Blocked the shot though. And Maschmeyer is gonna decide to play it. Maybe a little encouragement from the referee. 1:20 remaining in the second period. Shots are now flipped, 15-13 in favor of Team Adidas. So they're putting the pressure on late, and we'll get an icing call again. Shouldn't have been an icing. And we'll go to center ice, and we'll talk about what an icing is.
You're watching the 2022 Secret Dream Gap Tour on Eastlink in association with the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association. Proudly presented by the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, home of Stars on Ice, coming Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now.
All right, just a reminder that we have 2 more games slated for tomorrow. Liz, you going to stick around tomorrow?
Oh, I'll be here all weekend. I can't wait for it.
I'm going to tell Cax we're switching this to the Noxie and Izzy show.
Look out, Cax. You've been replaced, buddy.
All right, 2 games tomorrow. Make sure to check the schedule for whatever time zone that you may be in and what time that game may start. The Eastlink Community TV website does have them in Atlantic, Eastern, and Pacific time, so you're all covered there. Here's a chance for Panic. That one's tipped into the corner by Frankel. Point Schofield looks for a long pass. Tipped by Nurse, but just going to regroup in the neutral zone. Lots of patience Nurse has with the puck. Kendall Point Schofield. believe she has a book out. As fast as her.
Fast as her. Yeah, known for her speed, obviously. That's a statement of the obvious. But you saw it earlier in the period, and you saw it at the World Championship. She finds herself around the blue paint a lot. And in the final minutes of that World Championship, Debian was able to get the pad up on her, but she's not afraid to get into that blue paint. And, you know, at a small, I would say 5'4", or 5'5" stature, she probably gets pushed around a little bit, but she holds her own, looking to create some offense off those rebounds.
Well, that'll take us to the buzzer in the second period. This has been an incredible hockey game. We thank you for joining us. 3-3 is the score, and we've got a play of the period. It's the only goal of the period after 5 in the first.
Yeah, we're going to Johnny Hockey here. Like I said, finding that burst of speed down the left side, getting the puck on net on her backhand, probably trying to squeak it 5-hole, but Frankel does a great job sealing that off, just loses track of the puck, and Blair Turnbull, obviously a hometown favorite here, following up the play, burying the rebound.
Well, Blair Turnbull, as she did yesterday, gets the crowd excited. It's 3-3, Team Scotiabank, Team Adidas. After 40 minutes, we'll be back after this.
For information on how to become a volunteer at Eastlink Community TV, go to eastlink.ca.
Sunshine Coast Blues Hockey is sponsored by McDonald's in Sechelt. Join hosts Brady Lynn and Steve Partridge for all the action on Sunshine Coast Blues Hockey. Watch Sunshine Coast Blues Hockey live Sundays at 5:30 p.m. for BC viewers on Eastlink Community TV, Channel 610. Available only to Eastlink video customers.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
This is Eastlink Community TV, home of the New Year's Eve countdown.
Welcome back to the Secret Dream Gap Tour. I'm Amanda Pride, and you're here with us in the second intermission. At a crossover on the bench, we've got Jill Saunier from right here in Nova Scotia. Jill, I know a lot of the other players have been talking about the reception that they've had here in Nova Scotia, but for you, it's home. What's it been like, for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's been a special few days here. Nova Scotia's where my dream of, playing pro hockey, playing in the Olympics was, and chasing a gold medal. So to be able to come back and look in the stands and see the people who got me here is pretty surreal.
Let's talk a little bit about the weekend so far. This is game 2 for you guys. Talk a little bit about last night's game and how things went for you.
Yeah, I thought last night we got off to a good start. Obviously, we lost in the OT, but not much you could do against 29 there. But yeah, we're a great group. We're gelling in the dressing room. Obviously, we don't play together all season, so we're going to need some time for chemistry, but we're off to a great start, and I'm proud of the girls so far.
Let's talk about what needs to happen in the third period. It is tied. We don't want to go back into overtime tonight. We don't want that 2 nights in a row, right? So what have you got coming up in the third?
Yeah, honestly, I think the girls just need to do what they're doing. I thought we outplayed them for 20 minutes there in the second, and I think just being relentless, making sure we're picking up little sticks in front of the net, and I think all good things are going to come for us here in the next 20.
All right, thanks a lot, Jill.
Thank you very much.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got more from the PWHPA right here in Truro, Nova Scotia.
You're watching the best source for local sports, Eastlink Community TV, the Maritime's #1 sports channel.
Get ready for some more hard-hitting, fast-paced action of the Maritime Hockey League on Eastlink Community TV. November 12th, Campbellton versus Summerside at 7 p.m. Available only to Eastlink Video customers.
My name is Rebecca Vivi. I have a cookie show, call them Nikitje. In the English, call them good food ideas. Long time ago, I was a little kid. I said, someday I'm gonna grow up, I'm gonna be cook. I'm not gonna starve anymore. This has come true, dream come true today. A lot of people, you want to eat fast, very fattening food, fast food. But right now is my cookie show. I have a guest. My guest is learning a lot about my cookie show. She cook now to the family. I'm so happy. I try to help them to be good food, you know. Yeah. Cooking fast, but taste more good taste. Good, healthy, look, colorful. Cheaper and ideas. I'm so pleased about it. I'm so happy about it. Today I have a medal. Dream come true.
Hi, I'm Bonita from Bonita's Kitchen. Join me as I show you how to make some delicious Newfoundland favorites. I can just taste this lemon here now. My cheeks is actually just drawing in just for the thoughts of it. Oh my goodness. 2 thumbs up.
Bonita's Kitchen, Tuesday at 12:30 on Eastlink Community TV, 10 and 610. Available only to Eastlink Video customers.
Business is going great. We're selling a lot of wallets. Our Bucklaw wallet is definitely our most popular. Every month we just look for the little successes that we can find, the little growth points that we try to just always keep busy and always keep making new stuff and growing the business in every area that we can.
For on-air sponsorship opportunities on Eastlink Community TV, please email eastlinkTVads@eastlink.ca.
Welcome back to the second intermission here at the Secret Dream Gap Tour in Truro, Nova Scotia. Tonight we talked with Jana Hefford regarding the PWHPA's goals, and now we're going to talk to you about the players, what their goals are and what they want. We had a chance to meet up with Marie-Philippe Poulin and Sarah Nurse during morning skate on Friday. Here's what they had to say about the goals of the PWHPA.
In 1998, women's hockey became an Olympic sport. A few attempts to form pro-women's hockey leagues faltered after that, until the Canadian Women's Hockey League formed in 2007. But they didn't pay their players. 8 years later, the National Women's Hockey League launched in the United States, giving players compensation but not a livable wage. In 2017, the CWHL follows suit, paying players, but unfortunately folds by the following season. Enter the PWHPA.
Being able to be part of a group that creates a viable league, sustainable league that's going to last forever, and that's something we truly believe. And obviously since 2019, where the CWHL folded, that was a hard time for women's hockey, and obviously all of us coming together to create an association, from the US girl to the Canadian girl, and all of us together being able to be on the same page in order to create a league. It's something that we really believe in.
The future is clear for the PWHPA. Build a league and play hockey.
The goal is obviously created that league, that viable, sustainable league that's going to be there for many years. And obviously something we strive for is obviously, for us, women's hockey, we strive to go to university. You go to college, Canadian, US, you have 4 years, that's amazing. And when you graduate, what's next? And that's where we want to go. You're able to keep going, you're able to keep playing, you're able to do that as a work. And that's something we strive for. You see that on the men's side where they have many leagues where they can keep playing until whenever they want. And that's something we strive for. And obviously when you graduate from university, sometimes you haven't even reached your full potential. And these girls might have to stop playing because they have to find a work. And that's something where that gap is huge. And obviously as a young kid, you dream to play for Team Canada, Team USA. But if you're not in that top 50 and you still want to play hockey, why not have a league? And why not have those little girls maybe dream play for the team from Montreal, the Toronto, or somewhere in the States? That's something that is huge, and that gap will be amazing to have, to be able to have that league. And that's why we call it the Dream Gap Tour. That's something where we believe on, and we're going to keep fighting to have that for sure.
Yeah, being a part of the PWHPA from the very beginning, from its inception, has been such an honor and something that I absolutely am very passionate about, and so glad that I'm a part of. It's so player-led, player-focused, and player-driven, and it's really our vision for moving forward with professional women's hockey. And so although we are a players association right now, we're not an actual league, we're taking steps so that we can actually build the league that we really want to play in and that we're proud of and that we want the future generations to play in. And so I think the PWHPA is a huge stepping stone, and as an organization we hope to be around for a really long time, but we hope that there is a league in place in the next year or so that we can actually put our product on the ice on a regular basis for everybody to see.
But to make that dream a reality, there are hard costs. These players need to make a living wage, just like their male counterparts.
That'd be amazing. That's the goal. Obviously, we don't ask as much as the guys, but having just a decent salary to be able to do that for a living, and having the right resources, having the right places to train, to have physio, to have what's offered to the men on the women's side. And you can see on the WNBA how well it's going. And it was kind of our goal when we look at their league, and to have our league created and having that option would be quite amazing. And all of us, we've been working for a lot of years, and obviously if we wanted a league yesterday, but obviously great things takes a long time, and we're going to keep working, and I think it's coming.
I know it's been 3-4 years at this point, and I think it's going to come sooner than we all want it to, and I'm really excited about that because I think that there's a lot of positive momentum, and I think we're going in a really, really strong direction. And I know that compensation and salary always comes up when you talk about professional sports and professional women's sports. And of course we want that. We need that. We need a living wage so that women can be professional athletes. But it ultimately for us, it does come down to that professionalism and that respect and that value and the priority. It comes down to travel. It comes down to meals. It comes down to when we show up in a rink, we have our own designated area to be able to warm up, cool down, that we're not interacting with, people who are trying to prepare for a game. So it ultimately really comes down to the professional aspect of it. Obviously men's sports are in a way different place than a lot of women's sports are, and so looking at that and trying to emulate their level of professionalism, how they do business on a day-to-day basis is very, very important for us.
From Truro, I'm Amanda Pride for Eastlink Community TV. We've got highlights and the third period coming up at the Rath Eastlink Centre when the PWHPA Secret Dream Gap Tour returns right after this.
Live from Truro, Nova Scotia, we are the Fundy Highland Stars. And you're watching the Secret Dream Gap Tour. Live on Eastlink Community TV. Yeah!
This is Eastlink Community TV, home of the New Year's Eve countdown.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
Eastlink Community TV provides the views, replays, and commentary that showcase our talented student athletes. Check local listings for upcoming PEI School Athletic Association high school games on Eastlink Community TV 10 and 610, available only to Eastlink customers.
No. I'm telling you, I was in a German prison camp for 4 years.
What's going on here, Sergeant? Claims she's a Canadian, sir, but she could be a German spy. What's your name, lady?
Mona Parsons, sir.
Mona Parsons? From Wolfville. It's me, Harry Foster. Ghost, what happened to you?
I was in the resistance. The Gestapo got me.
Darauf besteht die Todesstrafe durch Erschießen.
Meine Herren, guten Morgen.
Dear lady, you have great courage. I recommend you appeal the sentence.
Living in Holland during the war, Mona Parsons had helped downed Allied airmen get back to Britain.
I will escape.
And she did escape. And back in Nova Scotia after the war, she married General Harry Foster.
This here is a picture of my son. He was born in '83 and he passed in 2005. And this was a Christmas gift from his stepdad for me to have a tattoo of my son put on my leg forever. Oh. So this is my pride and joy. This is my son, Stephen.
Wow. Oh my gosh, Linda, I'm so happy.
So he's with me every day, even if I don't have a picture on me. I do have a picture on me.
Maritime Inc., Thursdays at 10:30 on Eastlink 10 and 610.
Eastlink Community TV follows public health and safety COVID-19 guidelines on all live and pre-recorded productions.
Welcome back to Truro, Nova Scotia. We're going to get right into it. Second period highlights, only one goal, but a lot of action, Liz. Yeah, we see Johnny with the impeccable speed she's shown us over the last, 8 to 12 years, getting that puck to the net. Good effort by DiGirolamo, trying to get a stick on her thrower off, but Johnny Hockey comes up with the assist off Franco. Turnbull just follows up perfectly. And we go the other way. Where's Stacey? She's caused a lot of problems in this game for Team Scotiabank. She's just all over the ice. She's such a big body. This is an incredible save, though, by Emryn Smashmeyer.
And she has such incredible speed. She likes to take the puck to the outside. You see O'Neill here kind of finding that seam inside. Getting a lot of the similar chances here, kind of from the dot into the house. And Emryn Smashmeyer just seems to be taking away the option. She's cutting down the angle well and covering up those rebounds, limiting the chances.
One of the goaltenders that I ask often, who's the toughest to score against, and the answer I get most often is Mash. Is just a testament to what she's been able to do in her career so far, and the goaltending really settled things down in the second period. An explosive first period, 5 goals there, but both goaltenders seem to really settle in their crease in the second period.
Yeah, save percentage-wise, we're looking at 15 and 14 shots, 3 goals on each end. I mean, the quality of the chances, though, is what really speaks volumes. And like you said, second period, you're looking for the goalies to just calm the game a little bit, which they both did. I like both of these goaltenders. They're not huge, which, Izzy can see me right now in my, 6-foot frame for sure. I like to see smaller, athletic goaltenders. They think that the shooters thinks that they see the net and they take it away with their speed, their athleticism, and of course keeping our job easy on ourselves, steering the rebounds into the corners.
6'1", I would say. Yeah. I think is more accurate. I think you're making yourself a little too short there, and I'm 6'2". So we're almost ready. Third period action. If you've been with us all day, thank you very much for hanging in there. We've had some incredible hockey. The PWHPA's second year in Truro, Nova Scotia, and they chose to come back to Truro because it was ranked one of the best showcases in 2021-2022. So here we go, a tie game in the third period in our second game. Adidas losing their game yesterday. They're looking to get a win today, and Scotiabank looking to make it 2 for 2 in Truro after a win off of a game-winning goal from Blair Turnbull yesterday.
Yeah, Scotiabank has really had some quality starts the last, in Montreal and here in Truro. So a lot of credit to Dean Seymour running that bench. They just seem to have clicked early and often, and we're seeing some of the other teams take a little bit more time to find that kind of chemistry as they hit the ice in the first period.
Talked about it a little bit already, but just the mixing of the teams and making sure that you don't have the girls who are training in the same area really playing on the same team. So there's really no advantage anywhere on the ice. Nice shot by Panic in the slot. The rebound goes wide. But Calgary seems to have a really good system. Montreal has a really good system. Minnesota's got a lot of girls in the States training, but good to see them all mixed up.
Yeah, the hubs have still been, they've got a great number of players in those hubs where we saw teams based out of last year, but some of the feedback, as Jana said in Intermission, and as you heard from Poulin and Sarah Nurse, this is a player-run initiative. So at the end of every season and the midway through season, we take feedback from these players. And one of the things they said was we just want more parity. We want closer games, more even rosters. And this is the way we solve that problem, is by mixing regions and not having those, regionalized teams.
Well, it's worked out so far. Incredible competition throughout all four teams. I know Team Sonnet will come back tomorrow with a little bit more in the tank than they did today. We'll see some more action from them. Make sure to check the schedule. We got 2 more games on Eastlink Community TV. Tomorrow, 12 o'clock, and 3:30 Atlantic Standard Time. There's a 2-on-1. The pass just a little bit behind Johnston there. Can't get the shot off. Turnbull back to the point. Lequette with shot. Johnston there for the tip, but it clears through. Frankel makes the pad save. Down the point, that shot steered wide. That was Kirion. Lequette back to the far side, intended for Field. It's going to be intercepted by Stacy. Stacy inside the zone, 1-on-4. She'll go back to O'Neill. O'Neill sends it back. Stacy running into some referee problems below the goal line. They seem to get in her way a lot.
Stace likes to take up a lot of ice out there, not just with her size, but her speed. So giving the referee a little gut check there. Daou looking for the stretch pass, is taken down to the far blue line. Bach will beat everyone to the puck. Now Stacy again. Some tight turns. Gets away from the forecheck. Adidas just patiently waiting for the perfect breakout pass. They think they found it in Jones, but Keller is there to spoil the party. Field now to Bach. Bach's going to send it right back to Field and on net. And Frankel will shut things down. 17:04 remaining in the third period, and things a little bit even. Jill Saunier saying that she thinks Team Adidas dominated in the second period. We'll see what she thinks after the third period. This Adidas team is just, they have so much speed through all 4 of their lines, and defensively. Their defense like to jump up into the play, and they've got the speed to recover from it.
It was the one thing really in Montreal that stood out was how fast that first line was. And even talking with Sarah Nurse after the game, she felt it was fast, and she's on the line. So just a testament to all 3 of them and the speed they bring to their offense. Girolamo sends the pass down to Jones. She's taken down in the corner, so we're going to get a power play here for Team Adidas.
Yeah, Nicole Costa just gets her stick a little tangled up in Jess Jones there. They train together in Toronto. And Nicole Costa, I was going to say it earlier, but she's an active chiropractor, so maybe Jonesy will be hitting her up after that hit. She goes in awkwardly and just, gets that stick a little high on kind of a nothing play in the corner, but glad to see Jonesy pop up there.
Needing a little bit of a right hip adjustment after that.
Maybe this is, job security. Just make sure that the girls need some treatment after.
Oh, that's a great point. We're going to have to look into that, see if Costa's got a sidekick going.
There you go. Official chiropractor of the PWHPA.
Just got a good look on the bench there. Dean Seymour, the head coach for Team Scotiabank, and runs that hub essentially of players down in Calgary. Has done some tremendous work, has been with the program for the last few years, and really passionate about the women's game. A super excitable player or coach on the ice. He's got so much energy. Friday morning at the morning skates, everybody was kind of half asleep. You know, there's a time change for most of these girls, and he was just having the best time with them on the ice.
Yeah, he's been working in the Hockey Canada women's side for the last number of years, and this is his way to continue to give back to the game, and we're very grateful for his time and his passion that he puts into us.
Team Adidas still on the power play. 1:22 remaining. Carpenter is going to clear it out. Panic was looking for a change. Puck goes on her stick, but they'll still get fresh legs on the ice as Rath now on the near side skates it through the neutral zone. When Schofield makes herself small and avoids the offside call. She'll get the puck back below the goal line after her shot is tipped down. There's another chance. She's trying to jam it in. Then she gets it. Mashmeyer's not going to be happy about that. She hasn't been happy with much, but the whistle did not blow. And I believe this goal's going to stand. The players are not too happy. They get 4 or 5 whacks at it. We'll have to see. It looks like Sarah Nurse got the last whack at it. We'll try to find a replay. We'll see it again here. Point Schofield is pushing in and
you know what? I don't blame Mash for being a little bit upset with that. Puck is still loose, but Sarah Nurse comes in strong on her stick, and she just pushes her toe cap past that post. And there's not too much as a goaltender you can do there. It's a tough call, honestly.
They're going to talk about it, and they are going to call it a good goal. And Turnbull and Dow are going to look for some reasoning there. I would agree with you that what else is she supposed to do to cover that puck? She's got her pad on it. It's tight to the post, and you do see Sarah Nurse kind of shove the pad a little bit in there. But I guess the referees are looking for that glove hand to be on top and no movement of the puck in the crease.
Yeah, for sure. Just trying to get those hands at least to block the sight line of the officials so that they can't see the puck. Often if they lose sight of it, they'll give you a whistle. And then in terms of Sarah Nurse coming in there, we talked about it a little bit in the previous Sonnet Harvey's game, but we've got a lot of red eyes looking down at the puck. I would just like to see some of those defenders turn and find a white jersey. I would rather you take a penalty there, try and protect the house, than trying to scramble and try to find that loose puck, which, again, like you say, it's kind of an unfortunate goal. I understand Mashmeyer's, distaste for it. Sarah's looking pretty happy. She says it's a good goal. I mean,
she sees no problem with it. I'm trying to hold in my laughter. She's just having fun. Our feed is being fed into the Jumbotron here at the Rath Eastlink Centre. So what you see on your screen is what the crowd is seeing on the Jumbotron, and Sarah's just having fun with it. But they're taking a good look at this, and this is a tough angle, and we're getting some good replays of it, but you really can't see the puck from this angle. And, Mash has been upset with a few calls already today, so this isn't going to help her move, but they are going to leave it as a good goal after a lengthy review. So we do have a lead change, and Team Adidas now 4-3 with 15:18 remaining in the third period. And we'll have to get some behind-the-scenes commentary from Emmerin Mashmeyer after this game about what she felt on that goal.
Yeah, if I'm, Dean Seymour talking to the officials there, not that you're throwing out threats, but if you're going to allow players to come in and move the goaltender for opportunities on net, then I would see that as my green light to have my defense step up and lay the body on them.
And to your point, you got to cover up in front, but you're not expecting players to really move the pad too. So we'll see how Scotiabank responds. They've been pretty good at responding so far, and they've got their top line out there now. Dow got things started in this game, gets the puck taken away by Nurse. She sends a hard pass over to LaRock, and Sonia now on the chase. Shelton on the far side will have to battle Point Schofield. They get help from Bourbonnais. Good evasive move on Point Schofield. Field now trying to clear it. Nurse is going to send it right back in. This is an important shift for this line as well to respond. They want everyone to know they're the top dogs and they deserve that goal. There's an awkward bounce. Nurse is going to get a second crack at it, and Mashmeyer makes no mistake on that one. 4-3. The tides have turned. We'll see if Scotiabank can even things up before the end of this one. There's the Sarah Nurse calling her own goal. 4-3, Team Adidas lead. We'll be right back after this.
Black Films That Teach is a weekly series dedicated to amplifying Black voices, stories, and experiences. If you would like to share your local film or story, email us at comments@eastlink.ca.
I'm screaming louder than that. I'm screaming louder than that. Leaving you with no choice. With no choice. I really hope that you're ready. You're gonna hear my voice. Don't come to my story.
We Can Build a Bridge. Sunday at 8 p.m. on Eastlink Community TV.
Black Films That Teach on Eastlink is sponsored by TD, working together for a more inclusive tomorrow.
Alrighty. I am down here in the stands and I have found some huge fans. Are we having fun tonight, guys? Yes! That's because it's awesome hockey, right? Now, you guys have gotten some pretty cool autographs on your shirts. Why don't you tell me who's on your shirt? Oh, I interviewed her. She's awesome. How about you? What do you got?
Blair Turnbull and Marie-Philippe Coulon.
Excellent, excellent. All right. Well, they've got books. We've got pens. We're hanging out here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm very busy now.
All right. Well, we had some autograph signing up here as well. Is Knox getting some fans to sign some autographs from the Noxie and Cax show, which I've now changed to the Noxie and Izzy show.
Ooh. Yeah, you got it. It only cost me like $20 a head for those individuals to come up and say, hey, Knox, you know, we're big fans of the podcast. So I'm glad that money paid off for my 15 seconds of fame here on the Eastlink broadcast with you.
I'll have to get that money back. I should have thought of that before. A tricky little shot in front of Mashmeyer, and she settles it down. Sonia almost intercepts the puck in the slot. Now bouncing around in the neutral zone. I liked how she said Marie-Philippe Poulin. And there's Jill Sonia getting dumped. And she's going to back check hard. Now at the blue line, that's Kendall Coyne Schofield now getting dumped. So this line just bouncing around.
You know, the ice is very slippery, Izzy.
It's early on in the period. I'm not surprised about Jill. Johnston now on the chase. She's got two on her, one being Sarah Nurse. Got a good little clip of her calling her own goal before that commercial break. Nurse trying to find Stacy. Send it down for Potomac. Potomac sends it out front. Stacy will pick it up in the slot, but no shot opportunity. LaRock now, her shot blocked by Laquette. Here's Stacy's going to go for the wraparound. Through the crease, nobody able to put it in behind Mashmeyer. Now she's at the blue line. Little move to get around Johnson. The shot, Mashmeyer now. This is something I love about goaltending, and you can speak to this. You get a goal scored, you are PO'd, and now you can see the laser focus in Mashmeyer.
Yeah, I think especially on that last goal, you know, there's some frustration here on the not calls. She's looking to just be aggressive, take ice, and control those rebounds, which is exactly what she does. And so long as her defense keep those sight lines open, it makes her job that much easier.
I love her helmet too, little beaver on her mask. It's the best.
I think it's drinking maple syrup. I think I read that somewhere at one point. So super Canadian, Emrance Mashmeyer. Great family out west. I actually played with her older sister, Brittany, so wanted to give a shout out to them.
Brittany was here last year. Here's a 2-on-0 chance. Willoughby just couldn't handle that pass on the backhand. Brittany was part of the Truro showcase last year, playing in that championship game, and just an incredible hockey family as well. Here's Jones now, the backhand pass intercepted by Turnbull. Finds Johnson on the far side with Fast with a nice poke check at the red line. They'll try again with Stewart. She stopped at the blue line, and here comes Sarah Nurse again. Sarah Nurse 1-on-3 is going to wait for Jill Sonia and send it in deep. Sonia trying to beat Bourbonnais. Bounces off her skate right back on Bourbonnais' stick. Going to try and tip it up to Daou. Daou and Costa, exchanging passes, but that one's going to clear the zone. It'll be a memory for a fan.
Quite the bouncing breakout there. I'm sure you saw Bourbonnais try to just get that little flick through the neutral zone. Couldn't quite get the handle on it, and then it kind of created a bouncy ball through the neutral zone, but a little bit of a break, just putting it out of play there for Adidas, because it seemed hard to settle.
Good look there at an incredible deep pairing that's forming on Team Adidas. Girolamo and Jinsey Dunn. And they've been solid for Team Adidas today. Currently in the lead 4-3. We thank you for joining us on Eastlink Community TV or anywhere that you might be watching on the CBC Gem app or cbcsports.ca. This broadcast worldwide, not to make you nervous there, Lexi, but everybody around the world is listening. So we got 2 more games for you tomorrow, and if it continues to improve as it has today from yesterday, then we're in for some incredible hockey, and I hope a lot of Nova Scotians come down to the Rath Eastlink Centre to enjoy this in person as well. Shelton trying to get away from Coyne Schofield. She'll find Bourbonnais on the far side. Long pass to Daou. Sends it in deep off the goal line. Frankel will help get the puck to the Rock. They're trying to find Saunier, but she's put into the boards by Bach. Done now. Trying the attempt on Coyne Schofield's side. She's put into the boards. You get a little bit of a reaction there from the crowd. Skaggs keeps it in for Team Scotiabank. Long pass intended for Saunier, batted out of the air, both by Skaggs and Keller. Keller now inside to the slot to Carpenter, a quick shot. Carpenter's been buzzing too with a couple good opportunities in the slot.
Yeah, I've had the absolute privilege of watching Alex Carpenter practice. She's in the Toronto region right now, training there. And she is by far one of the most skilled players I've ever seen on the ice. You'll watch her in warm-ups, juggling the puck, foot to stick. She's just got such a quick release. And, you know, my respect for her has only grown from seeing her a little bit more up close and personal in Toronto.
A little quiet sometimes around the ice, but she's always in the right spots.
She's a little quiet off the ice, too, which is what I love about her.
You're watching the 2022 Secret Dream Gap Tour on Eastlink, in association with the Professional Women's Hockey Players Association. Proudly presented by the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, home of Stars on Ice, coming Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now.
So a delay of game call is going to put Team Scotiabank on the power play to try and even things up. And they've got Laura Stacey trying to kill this off, lots of speed. Almost gets Mashmeyer behind the net, but she picks up the puck. Will regroup in the neutral zone with that duo of Fast and Girolamo. Now Shelton will try to calm things down, trying to find the equalizer. 9 minutes remaining in the third period. Shelton dumps it in deep, rims it around the board. Intended for Bourbonnais on the near side. Fast is going to get the puck, and it's cleared out by Team Adidas once again. Good start to the kill is Sarah Nurse and Jill Saunier now the forward pairing. Awkward bounce off the glass. Jinsey Dunn has to be quick in front of Frankel. Take that out of the danger zone. Keller backhands it to Johnston, down low. There's panic. Her shot tipped high and wide. Stays in. Back to Keller. Off the bench. Victoria Bach looking for her second of the game. Can't get around Dunn. Panic will send it back to Keller. Keller to the near side. Here Gonzaga exchanging passes. Oh, the stick of Bach in the crease. The shot just a little too hot for the tip in front. Bach now at the hash marks. Having trouble getting away from Nurse and Fast. They'll clear it out. 20 seconds remaining. Team Adidas, their PK. Getting some good work today. Improving those numbers.
Yeah, certainly. They were coming into this tournament or this weekend fourth overall, so in last for their PK, but they're certainly improving those numbers. Of course, they only have 2 games under their belt before this weekend, so the stats, although important, are not always indicative of what's happening on the ice. But good to see that they're generating some confidence, killing off those penalties.
Well, we've talked about the players getting used to themselves, but it's also the coaches getting used to their players as well. And I noticed, Laura Stacey wasn't on the PK in Montreal. She's on the PK now, so obviously some studying to find out that Laura Stacey is one of the best penalty killers in the world, and she's been helping out today in that role. Johnston now trying to get inside the zone, stopped at the blue line twice. She'll try again and regroup in the neutral zone, but watched closely again by Larocque, and now inside the zone is Bourbonnais and Shelton. They've got Turnbull and Dow on the far side. She dives to keep the puck on her stick. Shelton now over the red line and in deep. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey. And Scotiabank having a hard time getting over the blue line, but here's a giveaway by Dunn. Johnston waiting for her teammates. Carpenter, just such a quick release in the slot there. Blocked in front. Willoughby loses the puck to Carpenter. Back to the point for Keller. Keller's going to send it in deep. They'll cycle it down low. Back to Carpenter. A hard backhand pass makes it to Lequette. There's the shot. A blocker save by Frankel. Lequette looking for Keller, but watched closely by Pontomac. Opts to go to Panic on the board. Back to Lequette. Slap pass in front. Bob. Frankel tracks it the entire way.
Great tracking there, and you can see Vespa throw her hand up. They're looking for calls now because they've had a couple of those along the boards. So the stick gets up a little high. I think we're going to see it here maybe. This is Lequette's slap pass. So it was just before that. Great vision on her part to find Victoria Bach driving that lane, and Erin Frankel tracking perfectly, just sucking that into the gut there.
Great slap pass by Lequette. And Lequette posted on Twitter earlier in the week, got a nice package from Hockey Nova Scotia's Indigenous program. A little bit of swag there, and just a role model in the Indigenous community across Canada. But was a huge part, again, in Truro last year, and visited with an Indigenous group when she was here. Just an incredible ambassador off the ice for Indigenous youth.
Yeah, she certainly keeps busy as a scout with Chicago as well. And as you say, in her activism, in her daily life, honestly, giving visibility to and a sound to Indigenous voices in hockey.
Scotiabank still looking for the equalizer. They're close in front. Johnston thought she had it on her stick, but Frankel with the toe save. Bourbonnais now dumped in the corner, and she looks hurt on the play, but Sonya's going to give her stick back, and she's slow to get up, but she will get up and make her way to the bench. 5:18 remaining. Pass from Fast just trickles off her stick. Panic now over to Keller. Panic wants it back in the slot, but she's a little too far. Stacey gets a stick on it, tips it into the corner. Now the shot in front, it's bouncing in the crease. Victoria Bach in that slot. She's looking for that second goal, and she's come close twice in the last minute and a half in this one. Panic at the blue line to Lequette at the point. Back to Panic. Keller cycles it down low. Dunn's going to try and clear it out. That's stopped by Lequette at the point. She fakes the shot down to the hash marks. Battle along the boards. Lequette again fakes the shot, passes over to Keller. Keller, a nice move to get around Stacey, and her shot blocked in front, hits Nurse's shin pad. On the boards. Lequette now is going to offer the shot. That had seeing eyes and went through. Everybody just hit Frankel at the last second right on her shoulder. So some good pressure from Team Scotiabank as Team Adidas has 4 minutes remaining to take the W in our prime time Nova Scotia versus Nova Scotia game. So Sonia and Blair Turnbull. The only game they'll face each other this weekend. Turnbull now with the puck on the far side. Going down low for the cycle pass. Johnston chasing it along the boards. Cycles it back down low. Good pressure again. Kristen O'Neill. A constant annoyance for the opposition, offensively and defensively. Puck spurts out to Johnston at the point. Daou gets it back to her. Pass over to Shelton. Shelton's going to take a shot, and finally, Frankel's going to cover that up. We're going to take a quick break before the last 3 minutes in the third period. Adidas still holding on, a 1-goal lead. You're watching the Secret Dream Gap Tour on Eastlink Community TV.
Figure skating's brightest stars, Kurt Browning, Elvis Stoico, and more, join in a special performance of Stars on Ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre in Truro, Sunday, December 4th. Tickets available now at ticketpro.ca.
Nova Scotia High School Sports are proudly presented by University St. Anne. Eastlink Community TV presents SSNS High School Playoff action.
In the air to the end zone, and this time, caught for the touchdown.
Semi-final action November 7th at 7 p.m. Visit eastlink.ca/local sports for our full schedule.
Just a reminder to fans and family, all of our high school sports are available on Eastlink On Demand. So if you missed any of the action tonight, just press the VOD or On Demand button on your Eastlink remote and enjoy the full game at your own pace. It does take a day or two to get the games on demand, so just make sure to check back in within 48 hours if you're eager to watch them on demand. And all of the Secret Dream Gap Tour games will be on demand. I'm sure next week I'll be excited to watch them back myself. Team Scotiabank, the goalie is pulled with 3 minutes remaining. And we'll see if they can find the equalizer. Dow to Keller, over to Turnbull. Keller's winding up for the shot. Just fans on it, but the rebound in front. It's loose, there's Turnbull. What a stop by Frankel. Absolutely robs Blair Turnbull on the doorstep. Bach and Keller will exchange passes as they continue to put the pressure here. Fast blocks that in front through the crease. Frankel is doing everything, loses her stick. LaRock is going to give her hers as she heads back to pick up Frankel's stick behind the net. This is going to give a little bit more room for Scotiabank to enter the zone, but the pass to Turnbull in behind as Nurse gets it out and goes for the change. Dow in the slot, finds Keller on the far side, back to Dow. She's got room, she's going to wind up for the slap pass. Just misses Costa in front. 2:20 remaining, 6 on 5. Scotiabank looking to tie it up. This doesn't look good. Laura Stacey with a wide open net and she gets it. You don't win consecutive gold medals without incredible talent like Laura Stacey. She wasn't going to miss that one.
Well, and you know what? After that save that Frankel just made out there, and sure, the game on her stick, you're going to see it right here. Tips in front, somehow gets through. You got wide open. She just stretches her entire right leg out as far as she can to get something on that Turnbull. Quick release. You know, you want Adidas to respond to that, and Laura Stacey does with great back pressure from Gloria Bach, but Victoria Bach, I don't know where Loria came from, but
same thing.
I just combined the two. They're like one person to me. But no, that's what you want to see Adidas, how you want to see them respond to that incredible save down at Team Adidas' end.
Well, it's been a goaltending matchup in the second half of this one. An explosive first period, and then the goaltender settled things down, and they wanted highlights of their own. And Erin Frankel definitely got herself a highlight reel save. There's 1 minute and 50 seconds left. They've left Mashmeyer in the net. We saw this in the last game, 6-2, but they opted to pull the goalie at 5-2 to see if they could get some goals. There was about 5 minutes left in that one, so we'll see if Mashmeyer leaves her net one more time. But Dunn is going to try to clear this puck out, and she does. Into the neutral zone is Ella Shelton. Off the boards to Carpenter. Carpenter with a quick stop. Long pass to Shelton as she jumps up in the play. Looks for the wraparound. She's stopped in the near post. Well, puck is sent down below the goal line. Stewart hit into the boards. And O'Neill is going to take this puck out. Send it over to Saunier. Saunier to Coyne Schofield. Nice back check there by Bourbonnais. She makes a diving play to break that pass up. Nurse off the bench. Has room, but watched closely by Johnston. She's put into the boards hard, and a penalty coming up for Johnston. As Frankel's going to leave the net. Only a minute left, though. It's not going to make much of a difference. Sarah Nurse okay as she gets up quickly from that one, but Johnson is going to sit for the last 47 seconds. Body contact will be, call that body checking.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see the words between these two right now. Great pressure, a little bit unnecessary. Maybe Sarah Nurse was off balance a little bit. It didn't look malicious by any means, but Johnny just getting her hand up around Nurse's shoulders, and with that much speed, her feet just kind of slide out from underneath her, drawing that penalty with 1 minute to go.
So a 40-second power play for Team Adidas. Fast, Larock, Vespa, now with the puck on the near side. Tips it in behind for Willoughby. Jones, so you've got just a regular lineup out there to take this power play. Just let the clock run. Jones on the far side. Back to Fast. Sorry, Liz, go ahead.
No, it's okay. Just Jess Jones, I want to give her a shout out. She's a police officer back in Ontario. And Caitlin Willoughby at ER nurse. So this is our front line second power play unit. And I'm just so happy to see them get some ice here late in the game.
Incredible stuff. Team Adidas, after 5 goals in the first period, come away with a 5-3 victory over Team Scotiabank. So that means that Jill Saunier is the Nova Scotia winner of the Nova Scotia Battle.
Well, I think they're both winning hearts here today. So it was a great battle. We knew it was going to be. And honestly, back and forth, Scotiabank came out hot. It's really nice to see Adidas pull off the 60 minutes, especially for Erin Frankel with that incredible save at the end of the game.
I'm excited to see what we've chosen for the play of the game. Liz, take us through it.
Yeah, no question here. In the dying seconds with 1 goal, puck comes out to the hometown hero, Blair Turnbull. She's got the game on her stick. And young Erin Frankel making a name for herself, just stretching that right side pad out to get enough on it. Defense clears the puck, and we know the rest. It goes down the other way. Laura Stacey pots it in the open net.
If we haven't convinced you, women's hockey is here to stay, and we need a league next year. 3 stars of the game, Elodie Daou, she started things off for Team Scotiabank. Jinsey Dunn then responded and had an incredible game on the blue line for Team Adidas. And then Kendall Coyne-Schofield just all over the ice, keeping things going for Team Adidas. I'm Izzy Germain. Liz Knox, thank you so much for joining us. We will be back tomorrow, 12 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time and 3:30 Atlantic Standard Time. All of the Eastern time zones and Pacific time zones are available on our website. Adidas and Sonnet will kick it off in the first game, and Harvey's and Scotiabank will finish off the Truro Showcase. It's going to be a long day again, but we're going to have so much fun. Thanks again for joining us. Wherever you may be, have a good evening.
Hi, I'm Terry Dowdle, Member of Parliament for Simcoe Grey, home to Canadian Forces Base Borden. Remembrance Day is an opportunity to thank those that came before us, those that fought for the rights and privileges we enjoy today, those that have served with honor and dignity throughout the world, those that make us proud to call Canada home, and especially those who made the ultimate sacrifice. On November 11th, take a moment to remember, and if you can, thank a veteran or those serving today.
Women's professional hockey is coming to Truro. The best women's hockey players in the world will be hitting the ice at the Rath Eastlink Community Centre. Join us November 5th starting at 3:30 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time to see Marie-Philippe Poulin, Hilary Knight, and local heroes Jill Saunier and Blair Turnbull in action. Only available to Eastlink Video customers.
Hi, I'm Christina Martin. Join me this week on East Coast Music Unplugged.
Wake up and remember this place. My heart beats strong, so keep it up. There's nothing wrong, nothing to miss. I need your kiss.
East Coast Music Unplugged, Tuesdays at 10 on Eastlink Community TV, 10 and 610. Available only to Eastlink Video customers.
Singer-songwriter Terry Kelly and friends salute the men and women of our military, past and present, this Remembrance Day, asking you to take a pittance of time to remember.
They fought and some died for their homeland. They fought and some died, now it's our land.
This Remembrance Day, as we acknowledge the courage and sacrifice of our men and women in uniform, let's also grant them a moment of quiet reflection, a pittance of time.
Take a pittance of time.
This is the day to stop what you're doing in your really busy tempo life and just remember them.
We need to work this as a catalyst to have people constantly remembering the sacrifices that people have made and continue to make for our freedom, for our way of life. We get to live an incredible life.
You know, the essence and the message of gratitude that comes from Remembrance Day can be lived in the heart of every child, every adult, for the whole year.
Expressing that gratitude for the whole year could also extend to others.
There's a lot of sacrifice for this. And it's not just the military, it can be the firefighters,